Hey guys, welcome back to Glenna's World of Coloring. Today I decided we were going to do a picture out of Adorable Animals Grayscale Coloring Book by Maday. So I have already picked one out. Let me find it here. Let's see. Here we are. Try to bend this out some. Okay. And this is a cute little Easter page that I found in this book. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to color it using my Starjoy Golds. This is my favorite, one of my favorite pencil sets. So I haven't really colored much with these, so I'm excited to do that. Alright, let's get right into this. I've got my color chart here. Let me zoom you in some. Alright, I am going to start with this duck. They're both going to be the same color. I'm thinking, the color cantaloupe would look pretty good. It's more of like a light orangey yellow. I think it'll look pretty good. So let's go with that. 15YO. 15YO cantaloupe. And let me grab my sharpener. I'm going to knock something over trying to get to it. Alright, here we go. And I use the Tagal sharpener. It gets it sharp pretty quickly. So that's what I like about it. And I'm just going to go ahead and start. Might have to zoom you out just a tad. Okay. So, how is everyone? Hopefully good. These are, I believe these are oil-based pencils. I'm not for sure. Premium soft core lead. I think they are. Give me 1 second. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing here. Yep, they are oil-based pencils. So, and they are really soft, so you don't have to press down very hard at all. And with this is grayscale, so you can just straight color. You don't have to worry about shading. You don't have to worry about any of that. Yep, you just straight color. That's what I love about grayscale. This book, though, it's kind of intimidating to me because I don't color animals much. Because I choose not to. I'm not the best at doing like furs or like textured things, you know. I got the heat going. gonna get hot in here. But yeah, with these you don't have to press down very hard at all, which is really nice. I'll zoom you back in. But it's kind of like fuzzy looking on my end. Maybe not so much for you guys. I hope it's not. I'm gonna have to check that. Yeah, let me check that right fast. Okay, it's a little better there, so I'll just leave it the way that it is now. Looks like a rabbit hair just fell on my page from my shirt. Her hair is pretty much everywhere. Because when she's out, she's all over the place. But yeah, she's doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I did start talking to somebody. Started talking to a guy. And it's been a good time. He's really sweet, really polite. Excuse me, computer. That's what I thought. My battery backup turned itself off. But yeah, anyway, we have been playing some video games together. We haven't actually met in person yet, which it's not been very long anyway since we started talking. I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. And plus, he lives an hour or so away from me, so it's not really an option for right now. So far, this is looking pretty good. I wish it wasn't fuzzy in the camera, but what are you gonna do? This might be more than one session, because I don't know how much we're even gonna get done just in this video. Probably not a whole lot. Might get the ducks finished, which is just grayscale, so I should be able to get quite a bit finished. We just have to see how it goes. Because I'm hoping to finish the hamster picture that I was doing in a previous video from the Mythographic Artist Vault. Let me get this light out of my face a little bit. Okay. And as you can see, it kind of shades itself, so you don't have to really worry much about that. Alright, I'm going to finish this duck before I do anything else, before I move on to the other one. Let me see what orange that I want to use for the bill. I don't have too many oranges. Let me see. In real life, they are either orange or pink. And I don't have many oranges to choose from. It's more of like a light orange. I've got quite a few pinks, but I'm not sure. I think I'll just go with the pink. Yeah. Because that's what I'm seeing a lot of is pink. I think we're going to go with... Let's go with locks. Yep, I'm going to go with locks. Just let me find it. That is 71. Alright, so trying to keep everything out of the way. So 71 MP locks. Okay, and I'm gonna go right on into this beak. Or this bill, I should say. Seems like some of these are a little harder to lay down than others, which is fine. That's gonna be normal, because some pigments take a little more effort to get down in there. Okay. So duck 1, I believe, is almost finished. I do want to just put a little bit of black in the eye so that it looks a little more normal, a little more natural, I guess. Okay. Black. I'm gonna sharpen that. So this is well, it's 118 GS black. There's nothing. I can't show the names, unfortunately, because the camera can't really pick it up. Okay. Then down here, I'm gonna do that same thing. I'm just gonna color in that black a second to go back in. I do just want to take my white Sakura jelly roll and fix the eyes a little. Maybe if I put like another little dot on there, it'll look a little cuter. Yeah, I like that. Yep. I like it. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and start coloring this other duck. I am just going to sharpen my pencil again. Let's see. Thought I had something to put my pencil shavings in, and I do. Okay. I have this cup, so I'm just gonna dump it all in there. Okay. It's like a rainbow in there. Alright. So I'm gonna go, let me move you down just a little. Alright. And you can see this one's feet. And that'll be orange. The feet can't really be pink this time. But I think that so far it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure what color the flowers or the eggs will be, but we will figure that out. I'm getting in the groove of using these pencils. I haven't colored with pencils in a long time. Probably too long. I have so many different sets I can choose from. I need to start using pencils a little bit more, because I don't have many coloring books that I use pencils in. I have Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Agusa. I have this book by Jane Maday. I have, let's see, I have my Camilla de Erico books. Other than that, Kirby Rosanna's. Other than those, I don't think I have any others. So I do want to get pencils out every now and then, just so that I'm using everything. I want to also use my Sanjoki alcohol markers a little more. Because I don't use those very much at all. After I got my Ohuhus, I hardly ever used my Sanjokis. So I did make more color keys. So, like, for example, I'm currently trying to finish the pages in Color by Number Horror and Nightmare Creatures by Color Questopia. That's what I'm trying to finish up right now. So I have a color key for my Sanjokis, and I have a color key for my Ohuhus, so that if I ever want to switch it up, I can. So that if I'm starting to run out of a marker, I can switch over to my Sanjokis and I can just use those for that page. Yeah. It just makes it all a little bit easier for me. We are almost done with our ducks. And then we'll be able to move on. I'm thinking I'll do the ducks, and then I'll do the grass, and then I'll do like the basket. Because we got to give the background some love as well. Can't leave a blank background. So, yep, I'm going to do the grass before I do anything else. If you hear a bunch of birds, that is outside. I do have my window open because it is a warmer day at least. Okay. So the body's done. I can put this away now. I'm gonna grab, again, that was number 15 cantaloupe. This is number 71 locks. But yeah, I'm gonna do this bill. Okay. That is cute. So I can go ahead and put this away. And then I gotta do the little feet. I think we're gonna go with, I'm thinking carrot orange. So that is 56. Here we are. And they are a little bit dull where I was swatching them last time. But this is number 56 carrot orange. But yeah, when you do grayscale, you don't want to do anything that's going to be too dark, because it's not going to show up right. So, carrot orange might have been a bad decision, but that's fine. That is fine. I'm just going to try to go a little bit lighter of a hand with it. And that does look like it is helping. Yeah, you don't want to go too dark when you're doing grayscale, because if you do, the grayscale part isn't going to show through. And then it's just gonna look like there's no shading because it's not showing up. So yep, you don't want to go too dark. Because like this carrot orange, it's not very dark, but it is kind of taken away from the grayscale. So that is why I'm going a little bit lighter on my hand. Okay. The feet are done. Okay. So the ducks are finished. I'm going to choose a green to do this grass. I'm kind of thinking, ooh, because I do have a pencil that's called Easter grass. Nah, I think that I'm going to do, I don't want to do something that's going to be too dark. Spring leaf. I think I'm going to do apple green. I think I'm going to go with apple green. Okay, let me see which one that is. That is 27. Here we are. I'm going to sharpen that. Okay. So that's 27 apple green, and we are just going to start on this grass. But yeah, with this pencil, I don't have to be that heavy-handed. And it is kind of getting away from me a little bit, so I need to watch where I'm putting the color down. Okay, let me I'm grabbing just an eraser, and I'm gonna try and get rid of a little bit of that saturation. Yeah, that worked. So I don't know like exactly where the grass is supposed to start and stop. That's the thing with some of the grayscale books that you see. So like with this one, there's no like clear indication of grass. So you kind of just have to make it up on your own. And that's what I do usually. That's why I don't color in these books much, because you can't really tell what's going on sometimes. But yeah, I'm just trying to put in spots that I think would be grass. And that's all that you have to do, really. Like, it's not too intimidating when you're just trying to throw it in there and figure out where everything is. That's what I'm doing here. Because, like, right here, where this is, I'm assuming that's a leaf right there. So I'm not going to touch that. And you just want to keep on the way you're doing like that. Oh. Because I'm just trying to make a clear indication where I need to stop putting color. Okay. So yeah, that's just what I'm trying to do here, is just fill in the color where the grass would be. And like that part right there is just a little too dark. So I'm just gonna erase that and start again. Just like that. So when you go too dark, when you're trying to keep it a consistent color, you can just take a regular old eraser and just, even if you color outside the lines usually with pencils, not so much with wax-based pencils, but with oil-based pencils, you can definitely erase it if it's not too dark. So like I just did when I was outside of the page here. So like right here where I got out of the lines. Yep. You can just erase it right away. It won't completely disappear, but it'll be a lot less noticeable. Okay. But yeah, I always feel intimidated by something like that. I think I can zoom you in just a bit. Nope, it's trying to act crazy again. So if it is a little staticky looking, I do apologize. There's not much that I can do about that because this book is grayscale. So there's not really a whole lot that I can do. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna just define this part just a little bit more. And I did get a little outside the lines. And there we go. I don't know why this likes to fall. There we go. It wanted to distract me. Okay, so far it's looking pretty good. I am gonna start on the basket after this. We might have to do 2 videos this week because Easter is this coming Sunday. So I do want to have a video up for Easter for you guys to enjoy. There's a few little strands of grass actually over the basket, so just gonna color those in. I think it looks pretty good so far. This over here just looks a little bit sad. There we go. I am gonna assume that part right there was a little bit... Sorry, I keep getting my arm in the way. That is part of a leaf. Okay. So I am just gonna undo that, because that is a leaf and those will be a different color. Okay. I'm really happy so far with the way this color is looking. I do get a little quiet when I'm concentrating, so sorry about that. I do have to work Thursday and Friday. Thankfully, I don't have to work on Easter. My brother does, but I do not. He'll get to spend a little time with our grandparents as well. We have our inventory coming up soon as well. So that's something. Bunch of people just come in from corporate, or more like a third party comes in and they count every single thing in our store, And it's a 4-day thing. So they're there for 4 days to count our inventory. It's the worst part of that job. Because all of us have to be there. And it's no fun, like, at all. Don't know if I'll even get any kind of a break while I'm there during inventory. I hope so, but probably not. Alright. So I think this is part of the grass as well. That I'm going to assume is a leaf. This part. Yeah, when you do pages like this, you just have to assume for the most part. Unless you have like some kind of reference to look at. Like in the back of this book, it has this. So different little references. Oh, you can't even see it. Different little reference pictures of it colored in. We're not gonna color it like that, but yeah, it does have that just in case. I'm just trying to make sure everything's covered. Alright. And again, I did get outside the line a little bit, but it'll erase. Okay, let's go ahead and pick a color for the basket. I'm thinking more like a beigey color. There is beige, but I don't know. I wanted more like a sandy color, which I don't have like a whole lot to choose from, which that's fine. I think I'm gonna go with beige because that's the sandiest color that I have. So that is fine. So I need 98. Here we are. This is 98 beige. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the top. Let's see. So I don't have to apply much pressure with this pencil either. Like it will do the work for you. All you have to do is straight color. It will shade everything for you. Shade and highlight everything for you. Alright. I do kind of have to maneuver my arm while I color so that I can get to where I need to color at. So far looking good. I'm probably gonna stop after the basket, and I'm not sure if I'll make a part 2 or not. I'll have to see how far or how much time that this one took. If I still have a bit of time, then I'll do something else as well. Maybe I'll do the sky. I really like this beige color for the basket. I think it looks pretty good. All right. I think that's all of the handle of the basket. I can kind of see a little bit of the basket handle over here. Not so much on the other side. Alright. So I am gonna move this a little bit so that I can get to it without having to put my arm in the way. Alright. Let me get me a drink right quick. Got me some caramel Starbucks iced coffee. Some of my favorite coffee ever. I buy the jugs of it at Walmart. Not sponsored by either, sadly. Walmart, Starbucks, sponsor me. Love y'all. But anyway, yep, my favorite coffee. I did buy a new book a few days ago. It's called God Unalivers. Yeah, I don't like to say that because it's not the actual part. It's the K word. You know what? I'm not being paid for anything. It's called God Killers. It is about these gods who don't care about people the way they should. And they murder innocent people, and then those innocent people become god killers. So they take down the gods that are wrongfully hurting people. And it sounded pretty good to me. It's a 3-book series, I believe. Could be more. But yeah, I've wanted to read it for quite a bit now. And it was on sale the other day, so I did purchase it. It was on sale from like $13 down to $1.99. And I was like, I can't pass that up. It's like a spider or something trying to bother me under here while I'm coloring. Can't leave me alone. Alright. We might have time to do the sky. I did get outside the line right there. I'll have to see what time we're at when I get this finished. So far we're at 50 some minutes, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I'll have to see. If it's right about an hour, then I should be okay. At least we have quite a bit of the picture done. Them birds are having a good time out there. They're singing. They're having the time of their life. I was helping Dad on one of his videos yesterday. He also has a YouTube channel, Buddy Isaacs. Go check him out. And there was just wasper after wasper after wasper trying to bother us while we were filming. And they would not leave us alone. Wasps is what they are. We call them waspers. But yeah, it's like they're just mad 24/7. They don't like people. They don't want people to exist. You know, they're just angry all the time. And we were just standing there doing this video, and they just kept diving at us. I was about to get fed up. I was about to get mad and leave. I would have come back in the house. because they would not leave us alone out there. And my brother, every time he goes outside, he gets stung in the neck of all places. Yeah, they always sting his neck. And it's for no reason, too. Because he doesn't even bother them. They just choose violence. The, the wasps just choose violence. No matter what you do. You sitting there on your porch drinking your lemonade, they're there trying to sting you. They're like, this is gonna be my porch and my lemonade. Y'all need to get out of here. Yet they just don't like people for whatever reason. Alright. Got the top piece finished. We don't have much more. So I think this bird. I think I'm gonna be able to get to I think I'm gonna be able to get to the sky. That bird out there is almost as annoying as the one my mama has at her house. The one she has is the most annoying thing you've ever heard. All they do is yell at you. They don't like people. And it's like, shoot, if they was my birds, I'd have done sold them. Like, I can't deal with that. Let somebody else try to tame them. I don't want them. I have no idea where she got them. I believe they came from a bird sanctuary. Not a sanctuary. They would not be let go from that sanctuary. I think she got them from a bird rescue a few states away. Yeah, they're pretty annoying. She was gonna give me a cockatiel for free. She wasn't gonna charge me for it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna spend all kinds of money getting things I can use. I'm gonna train it. It's gonna be able to sing. And then I was like, well, don't think I can do that because it won't get adequate sleep. So I ended up not taking it. And then she sold it. She sold all of them. And I wish that I would have taken it. Because I know I could have took good. I know I could have took good care of it. I take good care of my rabbit and birds. Birds are not that difficult to take care of. Um, they're really not. You feed them, water them, change the newspaper in their cage. Um, teach them how to do things. If you want to, you don't have to teach them how to do things. But yeah, feed them, water them, give them things to play with so that they're not bored. And yeah, it's not hard. They're probably one of the easier pets, I would say. If, that's a big if you're willing to take the time to socialize them. If you're not gonna fool with them and they're just gonna sit in a cage, then you don't need one. Because they need at least 4 hours out of their cage every day so that they can fly around, they can exercise, all that kind of stuff. It's necessary. It's not like, oh, I'll just leave them in this cage, they'll be just fine. They'll have 3 toys that'll occupy them. No. Their cage should have quite a bit in it for them to play with, for them to do. Yeah, they're a little more tricky than you think. But if you're familiar with birds, I am familiar with birds, then it's pretty easy. So, yep. Okay, so the basket is finished. The banner on it is not, and I'm not going to worry about it right now. I am going to do the sky. So I'm going to grab the baby blue. Let's see. So 39. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to use number 39 baby blue to color the sky. That is a really pretty blue as well. I don't think I've seen that good of a blue in mini sets. That's really pretty. I like it. Okay. I am putting a little more pressure behind this pencil because I do want the background, the sky, to be saturated. Alright. Sorry, just listening. My brother's sick. I'm just trying to listen and see what's going on. Okay, but I do. I really like that blue. That's a really pretty baby blue. And it goes down pretty smooth. Okay. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Alright. I am back. Just checking on my brother. See how he was doing. He's good. He's already requesting something to eat tonight for me to make him. So that's good. What are you doing? Rabbit's over sitting and looking. She's the cutest baby in the world. Sharpen my pencil. We should get the sky done soon. Probably not soon, but eventually. And then after that, I'm going to call the video there. And I'll probably finish the rest of it on my own. The weather out here's been decent today. It's a little chilly out. I think it was like 58 according to our weather app. But it does feel pretty nice out there. But yeah, got a nice breeze blowing through the window. When I'm done here, I'm gonna play a little Minecraft, I think. Not sure yet. I think I've got a couple other things I need to do also today. I do have to figure out how I'm gonna make my videos for my other channel, because I don't have an SD card for my other phone anymore. So I do need to figure that out. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do it on my computer. Like get the screen recorder that I use on my phone on my computer, hopefully. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I hope that I'm able to get that. If I can't get it on there, then I'll have to try my other computer. I'm going to try my PC first. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to try my laptop. So I don't know if either of them is going to work. I hope one of them does. I wish this pencil would stop doing that. Oh, sorry, I've been out of frame, but it's got this blue streak in that it's doing. And that's annoying because I just am trying to color, trying to get this sky done, and it's like, no. All right. We're about halfway, maybe. Well, maybe not even half. Alright. I am going to turn this so that I don't have to have my arm be in the way. Okay. I'm just trying to get the top of it done so that while I'm coloring, I'm not going to go out of the line. Okay. I'm going to sharpen again. I think this does look really cute so far. Thing is, just trying to get the sky done. All right. I really love this blue though. Like, honestly. It's probably the best baby blue that I've seen in a pencil set. So I'm really happy about it. Alright. But yeah, weather's been, it's been okay. We had floods. Well, of course, that's gonna happen. But we did have some flooding last week. It lasted a good 3-4 days. Oh my god, this is gonna get on my nerves. It keeps streaking, and I don't know why it's doing that. I wish it would not do that. It just looks bad now because of the streaky stuff. Okay. But yeah, that little spot there looks pretty bad because of where it's streaked. Okay. I am gonna finish up the top. Alright. Well, my pencil sharpener fell over. Sharpen my pencil again. Okay. Hopefully it won't take much longer. But yeah, the floods, it pretty much put McKee almost underwater. That is kind of an exaggeration. It was, let me see. There is a big tall building in McKee, and it is on these brick stilts. It's at least from the bottom of the building, not the stilts, the building on top of the stilts. It was, let's see, that building is at least 9-10 feet off the ground. Maybe a little less. Let's just say 8. About 8 feet off the ground. And the water was halfway up the stilts. So, from the bottom of the building to the water, it was at least 4 feet of water. It it always does bad in McKee. I don't think it did too bad in Brea. I don't think it did too bad in Richmond. It didn't do that bad here. There was a little bit of water over the road. One day when I went to work. Other than that, it wasn't that bad. Okay, we're getting there slowly but surely. Sorry that I haven't talked much. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. Um, One day, a couple weeks ago, someone came into the store when I was working. She came in and she wanted to take some money off of her Cash App card. Okay, not a big deal, you know. No problem. Well, at first, I thought she wanted to put money on it. So I said, oh, well, I have to have the barcode in the app for you to be able to put money on your card. And she said, oh, no, I need to take it off the card. I was like, oh, yeah. Or I was like, oh, yeah, we can do that. And she just stood there. And she said, again, yeah, I just need to take 40 off the card. And I was like, oh, we'll have to, let's see. How did she say it? I think she said, can I take $40 off of this card? And I said, no. You know, I wasn't done at that, but I was saying, no, I have to, or you have to buy something to be able to take money off. And before I could even finish my sentence, she started cussing and walking out the door. And I just thought it was funny, honestly, that people can act that way. Because I'm not an ATM. That's not my job. My job isn't just to hand you money and say, yeah, go about your merry business. No, that's not what I'm there for. I'm there to do a job. I can't just give somebody money just because they ask for it. Can't do that. That's a good way to get fired. But you know, I was trying to explain. I was like, no, I can't unless you buy something. Like, I wasn't hateful about it or anything. I was just trying to explain. She didn't want to hear it, apparently. Oh well, I guess. Not my problem. But yeah, I just thought it was funny because she didn't even have enough respect to let me finish saying what I was saying. Oh well. She comes back and tries it again. I'll say the same exact thing. I can't do it unless you buy something. That's my job, you know, is to try to help people But when the people don't want to listen to your advice, then it's a different story. It is what it is at that point. You know, if they want to storm out like you are the worst person in the world because you wouldn't give them free money, no. There is a cashback fee. So you can't just get all that money that you want. There is a fee to get that money. So it's going to be more than what you want. But anyway, she wanted $40. My register only does 10, 25, and 50. You know? So you can either get less than you want or you can get more than you want. There's no in between. And this woman is in there all the time doing that kind of stuff. You know, I figured, oh, she would know how to use this card because she's in here all the time trying to use this card. Apparently, she doesn't know how to. And I mean, older people, they're not really familiar with the cards and card readers, and I understand that. I wasn't either until I actually got my own cards. You know, I didn't know how to do anything either. But if you're already using that card all the time, you know, I would assume you would know how to do cash back. Like, it's not a magic button that I can press to give you cash back. It'll ask when you buy something. You know, like there's nothing else that I can do other than say, you know, you have to buy something to do that. I'd say she was mad because she tried it at other places, the same exact thing, and they wouldn't do it. So she just went somewhere else and was going to try it again. As if there's no fees, or you know, you don't have to buy anything unnecessary. That is not how it works. Not in the least bit. You know, if she would have needed help getting her cash back, you know, yeah, sure thing, I can help because I have a Cash App card and I know how the cash back works. I pretty much know how cash back works for any card. But you know, don't come in and expect me to just hand you $40 without a fee, for one, and without buying something for two, because I can't do that. Not only can I not do that, I could lose my job doing that. So I'm not gonna risk my job to make somebody happy. I'm not going to do that. Because as of right now, I'm not currently looking for a new job, but I'm open to finding a new job. So, I mean, I have looked at job listings, but I haven't currently applied for anything as of yet. I'm waiting. Let's see. I think I'm going to wait until the thing we have planned as a family is over. And then maybe. Because we are going to a wrestling event in a couple months. So it is 2 months away, and I'm not going to go to a new job before I get to do what I want to do. I already bought tickets. I can't do anything about that. So all I have to do is wait until our wrestling show is finished. We still have this middle piece, so let's get that done right quick. There's a lot of stuff to go around. But yeah, you don't want to make plans and then end up going to a different job, and then they're like, oh no, you can't get off this day, sorry. And then what are you supposed to do? Like, you don't want to miss it because you've already paid for it. I paid for it at least 3 months ago. Yeah, and it's already almost sold out. So we couldn't have really waited much longer. And we did wait just a couple days to be able to actually go down to the venue and go get tickets. And even by then, quite a few of them was sold out already. So we didn't get the seats that we wanted, but we did get seats. Pretty decent seats. So, I was like, next time that we're going to come here for something, we're buying tickets online to get the ones that we want. And I mean, I kind of figured that they were not gonna be available when we got there because it was a whole nother few days. I think it was like another 3 another 3 days that we waited to go down there. And I was just thinking, I was like, we're not going to get the seats that we want because he's waiting to go this day. So, yeah. It's okay because we did get pretty good seats, just not the ones we wanted. So, I think it'll still be a pretty good show. And this is going to be after WrestleMania. WrestleMania is this weekend. So we definitely have to watch it. I'm hoping that if the wrestler that I want to win her match doesn't win, I'm hoping that they move her to the other show. Currently, she is on Monday Night Raw. I hope if she loses her match that she is moved to SmackDown. Because I would love to see her. I've never seen her before. And then there's another one that I'd like to see. And he's already on SmackDown. So I kind of hope he stays at SmackDown. And then my brother is wanting to see his favorite wrestler. I doubt he's gonna be there, but he might. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. We're not sure who's gonna be there. One of the wrestlers that was supposed to be there has talked about a neck injury. He has to have surgery. So I don't look for him to be there, even though he was on the website roster that he was going to be there. I don't look for him to be there. He might be, though. I don't know. Neck injuries are pretty serious. So, you gotta take care of your own health over a job, I feel. Like, there was once I had a different retail job, had a panic attack one day, and all the boss said was, "Oh, you're going to be able to work though, right?" Like it didn't matter. It's just funny how people go work for them and then they wonder why they can't keep anyone. Like it's not their fault. Nobody wants to work for someone that's gonna treat them like dirt under their feet. I mean, if people want that, then sure, I guess, but I don't. If somebody's gonna disrespect me, they're not gonna get any respect from me. And they always say, oh, treat every customer with respect no matter what. Hun, if somebody's disrespecting me, cussing me, talking crap about me, I'm not showing an ounce of respect. Nobody should be demoralized like that and then have to turn around and be like, oh yeah, ma'am, how are you today? No. No, I'm not showing respect to somebody that's gonna do that. I won't. I don't have to. And I won't. I respect myself too much to have somebody disrespect me and then have to swallow my pride to. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving anybody respect that does not deserve it. I'm not that kind of person. It's probably why I shouldn't be working in retail. Because somebody comes up and starts cussing at me because they can't get a refund on something that they bought 2 months ago because it didn't work and they forgot about it, that is not my fault. We have a set time period that people can return things. You know, if you're not gonna return it in that designated time, there's not a thing I can do for you. You know, should be like, oh, well, I bought it here. I should be able to get a refund whenever I want to. No, that's not how it works. You've had it too long. Our policy says 30 days. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. You blasted bunch of. You know. That is people that don't care. They think that they're better than you because you work in a store, a retail store, and they probably haven't worked a day in their lives. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna be purposefully rude. I'm just gonna not be happy. I got some people in there that just get on my nerves so bad, and then I don't say anything because, you know, it's not a crime to be silent. It's really not. But then they'll come and they'll see my resting face, and my resting face is not pleasant. I look like I'm mad 24/7. You know, that's just how it is. And they'll come and they'll say, oh, are you alright? You don't look happy. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. That is a pet peeve of mine, actually, is people constantly asking me if I am okay. If I was not okay, you would know. I understand people want to check in on you, but it's so much. I don't like to be hounded with, oh, are you alright? Are you alright? Are you alright? 15 different times. Yes, I am fine. Do not ask again. Please and thank you. Like, I used to have this friend. I didn't really consider them a friend. I don't know what they go by nowadays. Him, her. I don't know. They said that they identified as he. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to make somebody mad and it's going to be a bad day. I'm not going to get into it. But they always asked, are you alright? Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. If I was not fine, I would be talking to you about it. Jesus. Please do not ask again. I'm perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just here existing. So please don't burden yourself with asking me that 17 and a half times. Because the answer will be yes the next 15 of those times. And then, after that, I'm just gonna ignore you. Until the next person asks. And then I'll have to say, yeah, I'm good. And then a whole nother cycle of, hey, are you alright, will start. And it'll just aggravate me more. Because yes, I'm very much okay. Please and thank you. Don't ask again. You know, I mean, it's good that you want to check in on somebody. But you don't have to ask 18.66 times. Alright, finally. We are done with the background. Yeah, it's looking cute already. I'm excited. I'm excited to get this done. I don't think I'll have it done before the weekend because I will have a few other things to work on. I already have another page I have to finish. I might work on this. Might work on this page a little bit later. I'm not sure yet. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos. That's a blast. That is a good time right there. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.